Hey yoga friends, thanks for joining us. I'm Beth. We've got Casper lying on the mat and my very good friend Alana, who is going to be practicing at a socially distant appropriate space. We've got a moon salutation for you today. We're going to start with 4 rounds of a really simple sun salutation, and then we'll be slowing the moon salutation down, becoming familiar with the shapes and the patterns, and then we'll see if we can find some flow. So if you would like to join us, please come up to your mat. Stepping up to the narrow end of your mat, put your feet underneath your hips, little bend into the knees, and just tuck your tailbone under, lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders. We're going to take some beautifully rich and big breaths here. So we're inhaling through the nose, maybe exhaling through the mouth or the nose. See what feels right for you today. Finding that long spine, drawing the breath right up from the base to the collarbones, maybe into the crown of the head, exhaling down. Taking a bit of time to ground ourselves. Let's try it again. Inhaling, feeling an expansion, really grounding down through our feet on the exhale. Remain connected to the earth. Inhale from ground to sky, and exhale. Feeling the squeeze in the thighs, into the abdomen, the belly. Let's start to bring the inhale right up towards the sky, extending our mountain. We're going to fold. Bend the knees, lift your belly, take the hands down towards the floor. As you inhale, lift up halfway, so your hands might come to your shins or stay on the mat. And as you exhale, just fold back into yourself. We're going to pop the hands down and both legs are stepping back towards our down facing dog. Take one at a time. It might feel nice here to keep your knees a little bent, but draw the abdomen away from your thighs. Push the ground with strong arms. Then bringing the knees to the floor and the shoulders over the wrists. Become level. Our first plank supported by the earth. Draw the chest out long, lifting the belly to spine, folding the elbows back, slide the hips forward, squeeze your bottom, press the feet, and find your baby cobra. Exhale, lay yourself down. Inhale, pushing the body up level, so come from your knees. And then exhale up into your downward facing dog. We're going to bring both feet together, so you might like to walk them in lots of little steps, or some of you might like to step through a lunge, one foot then the other. Tuck into your forward fold. From the ground, on your next breath in, roll your spine and try and touch the sky. Embracing your midline as you exhale, try and touch the earth. Let's lift in all directions. So lift the belly, make your back long, lift your tailbone, exhale and soften like a rag doll. Finding our down dog, so some of you might like to step one foot then the other, or you might like to come via a lunge. On your inhale, roll forward. Maybe you come to the knees again, or you might like to stay up off the knees and really lift your thighs powerfully. But as you breathe out, lower halfway. Hug the elbows in, push with the toes and the fingers to bring your hips forward and draw your shoulders back. And as you exhale, becoming level, pushing back. Maybe come through a lunge or take lots of little steps, or you might like a couple little hops. Maybe float your feet forward into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, flow down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Find your down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Roll forward. Inhale. Find length, knees or toes. Hug the elbows in. Exhale, lowering down. Find your spinal curve. Inhale. Baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift heels, you can step or lunge or try that little float. Tucking into your fold. One more time, roll up and down. Half lift and fold. Your down dog. Get there in your own way. Rolling yourself forward. Lowering yourself down. Really feeling into the strength of your body. Finding mobility in your spine. Finding length in your spine. Really strong arms on this one. Finding yourself in a state of ease, forward fold. And let's just stay here for a few breaths. So some of us might like to pop up onto our knees. Some of you might like to tuck in. You might have bent legs or straight. You can wrap around. Gentle loosen of your neck and your shoulders. A little bit of a shimmy. And just really try and come into the feeling of your breath. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Feels pretty good in my body too. Alright, so I'm going to start to roll up. I'm just going to walk my hands, but you might like to come up with a flat back. Brace your belly, whichever you choose. I'm going to roll. And I'm going to face the wide edge of the mat now. So coming into the center of the mat. Can't see you. I want to be able to see you too. Taking a little bend into the knees and just checking that I feel really strong in the thighs, so the toes are spread. Lifting the chest, and again we come into mountain pose. So on your next inhale, reach right up high and extend. Press your thighs and your ankles together, and as you exhale, let's lift our left side a little bit more. So remember, I'm talking instructor left.
Yeah.
Next breath in, come back into the extended. Let's try it on the other side. Some of us might like to bring our hands down to our hips or drop the hand. I'm going to try that a couple more times, feeling the length and the centeredness. And then lifting the ribs away from the hips, but trying to keep the hips level, softening into the shoulders. Again. Beautiful, delicious side bends. I'm going to try it one more time just because I like how it feels. Now if it's a bit much with the hands up, we can still take the side bends with our hands to the hips. Coming through the center, going the other way. Feet are going to come wide now, so back from the middle. Bending into the knees, taking a bit of balance into one foot then the other and stepping out wide. And just turn the toes slightly to the diagonal. Press the knees out over the middle of your foot and let's squeeze into the bottom as we sit deeply into the pose. Roll the knees to the back and let's spread the elbows wide and find our glorious goddess warrior. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, dropping the hips. Coming into a 5-point star, so we're going to lengthen everything. Lengthen your legs and your arms and your spine and your breath. Reach out through the fingers. drop into the shoulders. Triangle pose, shift your right heel to the back edge of your mat. The foot's now parallel to the narrow end of your mat. Turn your left toes to the other and then find your center. Lift your kneecaps, send your left hip towards the middle of your right foot and reach as far as you can into your left hand and let yourself land. And if you feel it's a bit uncomfortable in the back of your knee, maybe try taking a little micro bend and just keep seeking where your longest spine is. So we might be reaching to the floor. We might be quite high up on our thigh, but our spine feels really powerfully long. Relaxing your shoulders. Feel a strong bracing in the belly. Really sending great ground connection to the right heel. Your top hand's going to come towards the floor and starting to face into the foot. I'm going to step my right foot forward just a little bit so I can pull back on the left hip and try and square up. Abdominals pulling away from the thigh. We're going to start to creep our way down towards our foot. We want the hips to stay squared up. So you can rest your hands to your thighs or to your hips to remind you to keep them level. Keep drawing your left hip back, pressing down through your right heel. You might come all the way down or just part the way down. Beautiful pyramid. Now we're going to keep facing this way. Pick up the right heel. Keep the leg long as we lower the knee towards the floor. And some of us might like to stay here with the hands to the floor, but some of us are going to choose to put the knee down. Just notice how that feels in the front of your right hip. Draw the belly up and away from your thigh. Relax your shoulders. And you're welcome to stay here, but I'm going to try a little crescent moon. So I'm squeezing into the bottom, bracing the belly, taking the hands forward, lifting the chest right out of the hips, dropping the shoulders out back. Feels divine in the back. I've been sitting hunched forward quite a bit, so this is beautiful counter move to that. Now bringing the hands down towards the heart space, we want to keep our right knee where it is, but face the wide edge of the mat. So tuck your right toes. I'm getting my left and rights mixed up. And start to face into the wide edge of the mat. And I'm shifting my foot so I can reach. Some of us are going to lift up high. Some of us are going to come down a little bit lower. And some of you might also like to lift the toes of your long leg. Find where you feel really open in the hips, strong in your body. Know you can put your hands down if you choose. Our low side lunge. I'm going to find the center, so find a bit of balance first. Step your long foot in and drop down to the middle. Lift up through your center channel, right out through the crown of the head, strong into the abdomen, pressing the knees out wide. I sometimes like to massage my hips a little bit, a bit of a rocking around. Some days I much prefer the support of the ground. So again, have a little play here. What works in your body right now?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. You can feel it in the lower back, in the hips. There's strength. I'm lifting the arches of the feet. Now we're going to go in reverse. So we're going to start to take the sequence the other side. We have our low lunge. So get your balance, put your hands down. Make your left leg really long now, but still keep facing the wide edge of your mat. And it might feel different on this side. So you can lift up. If it's available in your body, you might come down a little bit lower. Toes might draw away and flex. I find that's pulling in my knees a little, so I'm just going to lift up a bit more. I can really feel the heart rate pick up on this one. Very strong. Coming into our crescent lunge, so turn to the narrow end. Just let your hips get used to how they're feeling in this moment. Maybe choose to stay or come with me into the crescent lunge. So squeeze your bottom, brace your belly, lift your chest, and drop your shoulders. And keep lifting from the center of your heart. We don't want to crunch the spine, we want to extend the spine and open that heart space. Find the floor, pyramid pose. So we want to anchor into our left heel. Stepping in, I'm going to bring mine in a little closer, squaring the hips up. Micro bend in the knee or a macro bend in the knee. Just try and relax your neck, so maybe tuck your chin in a little. Driving the heel away. Alright, here comes our triangle pose. So your left leg is likely to step back, you're turning the toes, and you're revolving open, drawing the left hip to the back of the mat. Your hand might have popped up a little higher on your leg, or perhaps it's down towards the floor. Really try and revolve your rib cage as well, and the hips, wide edge of the mat. From here we're going to come into that 5-point star, so we're standing. I'm bending my knees a little, positioning both feet out to the diagonal corners. I'm trying to draw right up, shine brightly like the stars that we are. We are stars, we are one. Let's press the knees out to those diagonal corners. Try and send them over the middle of your shoes. Keep the heart lifting. Drop powerfully into your seat. Lift up and open. And we bring it all into the middle mountain pose. You want to try that again?
Sure.
All right, I want to try it again. I think I need to go slow. We're going to do it in reverse now. So we're going to go to that side first. Left, right. Inhale. Side bend. Take it to your right side. Lifting the left ribs. Inhale. Let's take it to the left side. Inhale, thinking goddess, warrior. Step wide. Full breath here. Inhale. Deeper seat. Exhale. 5-point star. Body's long. Turning the left heel. Reaching out. Exhale, triangle. Full breath here. Pyramid pose. Look down. Shift your left heel slightly forward. Inhale, reach. Remember, you can have bent knees if you like. Exhale. Find the line that works best for you. Turn the left heel a little more. Find your crescent moon lunge. Your lunge can look however it suits your body right now. Squeeze into the bottom. Drop into the hips and open the heart space. Coming into that really strong side lunge now. Inhale. Press the knee out to the back. Remember, you can lift the toes if you like. Find your malasana. I'm lifting up, moving my heels in, dropping down. Coming into the side lunge with the other leg out long, shifting the weight. Pulling up in the chest, pulling up from the base of your spine, coming into the crescent moon. Coming over the leg, pyramid pose. Just stepping in to make sure that the right heel is firmly grounded. Leaving the left foot where it is, but turning the right heel to the back, rolling the right hip to the back, bringing the left ribs forward, triangle pose. Pulling into the right hand. Beautiful core work there, did you feel that? Turning the heels in slightly. Lifting the chest. Mountain pose. Now I'm going to try and find some flow in that because I think it feels really good. Inhale, lift. Side bend. Remember you can drop the hand. In. And out. Drop the hand or leave it up. Inhale, you can jump or you can step. And down. 5 star. Turn the heel, reach. Exhale. Pyramid pose, pull back, adjust the feet. Find your crescent lunge. Low lunge. Malasana, feet coming closer. I'm going to stay here a full breath, just reground, recenter. Thinking I'm going to make that left leg long. Inhale. Exhale. Crescent. Inhale. Exhale. Pyramid. And fold. Triangle. Five-point star. Goddess warrior. Inhale, rise. Keep the feet wide. Side bend. Inhale, rise. Side bend. 5-point star. Goddess warrior. Let's take out our triangle. And then our pyramid. Our crescent moon lunge. Deep low lunge. It's okay if it's not smooth, just find your way into your space. Malasana. Reground, regroup. Take your time. Coming out long. Turning the body, crescent. Finding that pyramid. finding that triangle. Reaching up. Rise. And center. I'm enjoying this. Hey, thanks for joining us for this part of your yoga practice. We're going to continue on and do our own thing. And I encourage you to feel your way in, or maybe add one of the other videos that you can find online. We've got some really great yoga offerings out in the community at the moment. I strongly recommend you have a look at the Forster Yoga Studio. They have got some really great live classes. My Health Yoga have a really brilliant library of classes that you might find something that you really like, and there's many others as well, but they're two of my favorites. Thanks for joining us today, and namaste.